In this video, I'm going to show you how to access Stata remotely. The first thing you need to do is to go to the link that you see on screen. And there's a copy of this link already posted to Moodle. And the link is to the Minute Apps Anywhere. So this is the page that I'm on here. And this is the first page you should visit. If you've used this before, you can skip a couple of steps ahead and just launch Stata from Apps Anywhere. But if you're using this for the first time, this is the order in which you need to do things. So first of all, go to this page and then click here on appsanywhere.mu.ie. It will take you to a login screen, and you just use your login username credentials. For some of you, it'll be your student number. For most of you, sorry, it will be your student number, and then enter your password and sign in. Now, when you use this for the first time, it will ask you if you've already installed it. And you see here what it's trying to do is to validate my session. So I'm going to need to install something called Cloud Paging Player to do this. So I'm going to just silence the tips and then click Open Apps Anywhere Launcher. And then now that my session has been validated, it's able to do this because I've already pre-installed Cloud Paging Player on my computer. What it will ask you to do when you reach this step first is to install Cloud Paging Player. So when that happens, just accept all the default settings and install Cloud Paging Player. And once that's done, you can just pop back to this screen. This screen shouldn't close during the installation process. And you can just go down here to Stata. So now when you hover over any of these icons, you'll see here there's actually quite a lot of programs available to access remotely. And the one that we need is Stata. And you'll note that it also has or for Windows or Studio. There's a copy of SPSS. And we also have JASP here as well. So actually all the different platforms are available to us. But we will work with Stata. So all you need to do to access Stata is first of all hover over the Stata icon and then click Launch. And you'll receive a little pop-up that looks like this. Then just click Open. And it might take a couple of seconds to do so, but it will validate your session. So you'll see that once it has verified and validated your session, Cloud Paging Player window will appear, and it should show the application here, Stata, and show its status as running. Now this might take a couple of minutes depending on your connection, sorry, a couple of seconds. So if you see this status running, just hang on for a couple of seconds, let it connect, because there's a few things it has to do. It has to verify, it's got to verify the license and so on. So it can take a little while. If you're on a slow connection, it can take a little bit longer. Now the first time you launch Stata, this is what you're going to see. This is the default view of Stata with the black and white background and text. So you can disable automatic update checking because you're not actually installing a local copy of Stata. You're accessing one of the Stata licenses virtually via Cloud Paging Player. So you can turn that off. When you maximize your screen, you can now work with Stata for the session. Now, what I'm going to do is, as I'm teaching this course, I will be supplying you with sheets of code in the form of do files. So do files are the native format that Stata uses for its code text files. So for each week, there will be a file associated with that particular week with all the commands and instructions that you need to complete the module in. So all of the analyses that we do, if we generate any tables, if we produce any graphs, all of that will be included in the relevant do file for that week. So to access or to open a do file, all you need to do is go up here and to access this new do file editor window over here, and then click File and Open and navigate to where you've saved the do file. So I will talk you through this procedure in class. You don't need to do anything before Thursday's class in week 2, other than get this far, get to the blank Stata window, and I will talk you through the rest. Incidentally, one more thing, when I'm teaching this, I use my own my own local copy of Stata, and I usually have it set up to look a little bit like this. And I do this because this is this is what they call the classic Stata view, but it's also better for teaching, even live teaching and remote teaching. I find the text to be a lot more legible when the color is yellow and black. If you want to do that, you can simply go up here to Edit, Preferences, General Preferences, and you can change the layout to Classic and then hit Apply.